on the way the season started. This allows him to go, hey, this is a fresh start. We've got a bunch of new players, new this and that. This guy's out, this guy's in. Let's go to work with a new attitude and see what happens. So it could be just a good thing for him mentally as well. Physically, he comes back feeling better, as you said. No, everybody knows he hasn't been as explosive. He has not been the same LeBron James physically, let alone mentally, that he was before. So if that's the case, then hey, look out. Maybe these things start to come together, and it'll be an interesting journey in the second half to watch that happen.
No question about it. And, in the past couple of days, I think that LeBron's faith in his general manager is going to go through the roof as well, because you look at what Griffin has been able to do in the past. I mean, bringing Luol Deng for Andrew Bynum last year and Hawes, that's really not going to impress LeBron this year. In order to impress a superstar player, it is well, what have you done for me lately type of thing. And lately, Griffin has made 2 separate deals, including multiple first-round picks, and a player that, from a talent perspective in Dion Waiters was probably not going to reach his potential here, but still had some value on the block. And Griffin using that aggressiveness to try to not only reaffirm his faith in his coach, but try to bring LeBron aboard here and say, hey, my GM has the ability to make the moves that we need to go out and get a championship. So, talk about a little bit of shot in the arm there. That's going to boil down to LeBron, and hopefully, that'll make him a little bit more confident in the organization as well.
Last question. You mentioned his name just now. I was always a big fan, and I am predicting some good things for this young man in the future. What do you think are the prospects of Dion Waiters on the Oklahoma City Thunder? Because I think he could feel right at home if he fits right into that offense there. He likes to get up and down and attack, and I could see him. I mentioned it before, not in any way saying James Harden-like, but in that role that the Thunder have been lacking since they made that decision there. What do you think? I think Dion fits right in there with Oklahoma City.
Well, in terms of what option he will be, he doesn't jump too far ahead. He goes from 4th option here to probably 3rd option at best behind Durant and Westbrook. He would be a valuable asset, no question about it, if the injury-prone Westbrook or Durant were to go down again. He probably could. He probably will end up battling Reggie Jackson for that starting 2-guard position, because with Jackson, the thing that they do not like much about him, other than the fact that he's a free agent at the end of the year, is that his defense comes and goes. And with Dion, that bulldog defense mentality and that East Coast toughness, the thing that Russell Westbrook is so thrilled with, it will remain. So I think that they will be able to make the most of Dion. He should be able to score upwards of 15 to 16 a night. And off the bench, he's going to be very valuable. And again, like you said, not James Harden caliber, because Harden is one of the top 5 scorers in the league in the NBA right now. But they do get a good player in Dion Waiters, and hopefully he can bulk up that backcourt defense.
Yeah, and as you said, you've got the injury concerns always. That gives you protection there. They may trade Reggie Jackson before this thing's all said and done, too, because you've got that still in play as well. So, yeah, a lot of thoughts there. But I think he fits well. I think he fits better with them than he does with the current makeup of the Cavaliers, and I think it's a good, fresh slate for Dion. Hopefully he can go make the most of it there as well. So, Eddy Jansen, more than a fan, Cleveland Cavaliers beat writer, joins us here talking Cavs. We had a lot to talk about today. Let's catch up next week. We'll be a few games into this road trip, and let's see how the first few games with the addition of Mozgov here, and we'll see J.R. Smith. We'll see if he makes his first shot as a Cavalier and all of that. We'll get ready for LeBron to come back. We'll talk about all this here next week.
It sounds like a plan, J-Rock.
All right. Thanks for being here, my man. You have a good one.
Yeah, you too.
All right, that's Eddy Jansen. You guys can check him out at morethanafan.cleveland.com, MTAF Cleveland on Twitter, at Eddy Jansen, EDDY Jansen 30 on Twitter, and here, of course, on the Sports Fix. We're going to take a break, set the stage for hour 2, get you some news. When we come back, Mike Brandyberry going to join us here from DidTheTribeWinLastNight.com as we roll off the beaten trail. Speaking of trail, I don't know if you guys saw, I played Oregon. Not I said they played. I goofed around for a few minutes. I don't know if you guys remember the Oregon Trail, but the Oregon Trail, the old MS-DOS game, man. The one of those Internet Archive sites put together a thing with all of the old computer program, like DOS programs. Anyways, Oregon Trail, and it was sad as I killed off members of my family one by one as I tried to travel the country, because you put in the names of your crew and then you take your wagon trail across the country. Anyways, a tear or two was shed as day 64, Joshua's got cholera. Day 67, Joshua has died. Day 74, Jerry has a broken arm. Day 77, Jerry has a broken leg. Day 78, Jerry has died. I'm like, man, talk about, man, as kids, we may have been psychologically traumatized by playing the Oregon Trail. But anyways, that was a long way of saying we're going off the beaten trail. We're going to talk some baseball with Mike Brandyberry coming up next. BJ Rudell going to wrap up his season, and we'll see just how well he fared with fantasy football for winners this year. We're going to talk some more about the Browns, preview the Cavs, open up the phone lines, CSU Vikings playing hoops tonight and more. It's hour 2 of the Sports Fix. It's coming your way next after the news.
Another funky rhythm. Look at your man and give him a high five, cause I'm live, run around with him. Telling everybody hanging out on the block, it's time to wake up and check the clock. I go do it.
We here at the Sports Fix want to make all of your dreams come true.
What about my dream?
Edith, I told you I can't build your candy house. It will fall down. The sun will melt the candy. It won't work.
It will if it never rains.
Oh, maybe not all of them. Get your fix on the Sports Fix.
This is head coach Gary Waters at Cleveland State, and you're listening to the Sports Fix.
Whether it's an oil change or a new set of tires, Quick Lane at Valley Ford Truck has you covered for your automotive car care needs. They're your neighborhood quick service experts. They also offer a low price tire guarantee. Choose from 13 brands, and if you find the same tires at a lower price within 30 days, Quick Lane at Valley Ford will refund the difference. They're open late Monday through Thursday until 9 p.m. and open early Saturday so you can check it off your to-do list and get on with your day. They also have a newly remodeled service lounge and additional service bay just for Quick Lane oil changes. Quick Lane at Valley Ford Truck is located at 5715 Canal Road, right under the 480 bridge in Valley View, just down the road from Independence. 5715 Canal Road, right under the 480 bridge in Valley View, just down the road from Independence. Come see why life is better in the Quick Lane. QuickLane.com/Valley Ford Truck. That's QuickLane.com/Valley Ford Truck.
Business owners and professionals, do you want to take your business, your product, your team, your event to the next level? You want to advertise right here with the Sports Fix. Our listeners are among the most loyal listeners, terrestrial or internet. The Sports Fix universe is not only the radio show, but tens of thousands of fans on Facebook and Twitter. Email me, Jerry Myers, thesportsfix@AOL.com. That's thesportsfix@AOL.com. And let me help you swing for the fences and hit it out of the park right here on the Sports Fix.
The Sports Fix is now available every day on the world's largest internet radio service, iHeartRadio. Download the free iHeartRadio app, subscribe to the show, and get your fix.
News break.
I'm Christine Lisi. Here's what's happening. Jets consultant Charlie Casserly says he's open to hiring a coach before a general manager. Told 620 AM WDAE in Tampa, in a perfect world, you hire a GM first, then the head coach, because that's the best way to have a good working relationship between the two. Sometimes, though, there's competition for a coach, and you feel like you've got to hire him first, then come back and bring in a GM. For those who doubt that can work, Casserly points to Seattle as an example where it did. Former Jets coach Rex Ryan and Browns offensive coordinator Kyle Shanahan are interviewing for the Bills' head coaching vacancy today. The Chiefs signed former Raiders quarterback Terrell Pryor. He started in 10 of the 15 games he's played in over his 3 NFL seasons. NBA, the Grizzlies off to a pretty good start, currently third in the Western Conference, are actively trying to acquire Heat forward Luol Deng or Celtics forward Jeff Green before the February 19th trade deadline, reports ESPN NBA insider Mark Stein. No deal is imminent in either case, but it's clear Memphis is intent on upgrading its wing rotation before the deadline. Pacers center Roy Hibbert with a sprained ankle is day-to-day.
To be the game time hero on game day, serve wings and boneless wings from the Walmart Deli. Wings are hot, fresh, and ready to go. Be the big game champ with great tasting wings and boneless wings. Hashtag game time hero. Available at Walmart for a low price every day.
Now, back to the Sports Fix.
Welcome back to the Sports Fix live here across the Sports Fix Radio Network. J-Rock back with you, hour 2, rolling on, getting ready to, hey, what else would you do on a snowy 1 degree? I don't know where you're at, but it's like a single degree where I'm at. I am frozen to the bone. I'm sitting here in the studio, and I'm just like, man, I'll tell you, you have to make the option here in my studio. You're either going to melt or you're going to freeze, and there is no middle line, man. It's not much, but it's only on the really, really cold days that's the option, and yeah, the heat just makes noise, and it just, anyways, man, it just, and plus, then, like I said, you're burning out of this thing, and for show purposes, I sound much better doing a show when I'm frozen than I do when it's the opposite. So it is what it is, man. It's the price we pay to be big radio stars, man. Welcome back to the Sports Fix here. Getting ready to, as I said, on a cold, snowy winter day, talk about baseball, of course, with Mike Brandyberry from DidTheTribeWinLastNight.com. And hey, man, Larry in South Carolina there says it's only 32. Dr. Football the other day, he's down in Arizona, and they're down in the teens or whatnot in snow. I'm like, hey, man, that's when you know it's all over a snow wintry blast here. What do you call it? What's the new term? Vortex? Everything's a vortex now. So this is, polar vortex 37 or whatever, but I just call it a really cold day, and then it'll just be a normal winter day tomorrow. But anyways, we're going to warm up a bit. We are 42 days here today away. Could be 43, but either way, away from the Indians beginning spring training. And so let's warm up and start talking about it. Baseball Hall of Fame was this week. We're getting into it. Mike Brandyberry from DidTheTribeWinLastNight.com. Still have BJ Rudell coming up in a little bit as well. We'll do a look back on his fantasy football predictions this year. You guys keep the conversation going. Facebook.com/TheSportsFix. Tweet with us at TheSportsFixCLE. I'm going to the phones. Mike, how you doing, man? Happy New Year, and welcome back to the show.
Hey, Happy New Year to you. And I was laughing as I heard you say you had a listener from South Carolina say that it's only 30-something degrees there. The next thing on my list to do as I celebrate, my snow day today, but when I'm done talking to you, I get to make phone calls to golf courses in South Carolina to book some tee times for myself and a couple buddies for the week of the Masters, because I'm going to the Masters this year. So that's keeping me warm as we look out the window and freeze our tails off today.
There you go, man. Absolutely. I'm telling you, I'm debating. I did it last year, and I ended up not going. I'm playing with the whole spring training excursion idea here, broadcasting live and all of that stuff. But I don't know. The idea of it is beautiful. The execution of it, much more difficult. So, but right now, I'm definitely playing with that idea. Are you going down this year or no?
I am not. It's okay. Always dependent on how my paying job works with my fun job, and my paying job as a teacher. Spring break does not work with spring training this year. My spring break isn't until April, and the Indians will be home. Actually, the home opener will be the week of my spring break. So I will not be making the trek to Goodyear in 2015. But I will tell you, as someone who has in the past, if you have the opportunity to go and you have the means to do it, I highly, highly recommend it. It's a beautiful area.